Oh man, how does that work? I don't get it. Hey man, what are you doing there? What is taking you so long? I'm setting up the run out, man. Come on, man. You've been trying for like an hour. I'm almost done, come on. What? Come on, let me show how it works. All right. So instead of being that guy, I'm gonna show you how it's done. Here, in this case, we are making the run-out adjustment of an RX Small. The RX Small, we really recommend to use a run-out indicating disc, which you can see assembled here on the shank. Then, make sure that all your screws here are loose. After that, you can check for the complete run-out, which is in this case -4 to +5. That's 9 micron total run-out, okay? Next, you pick one of the screws, line it up with the indicator, and 0. Then you turn the tool 180 degrees and check the other side. In this case, we were pretty lucky because the other side is 2 microns, so we leave it. After that, we turn the tool 90 degrees to check the other axis. Here we have +6 microns, and on the other side we have -3, -4. So we're going to correct half of the value. So -3 +6, that's like 4.5 more or less. So we go from 6 to 2 or 3. So we are now at +2 microns. We turn it 180 degrees and we are at 0. So let's check for the total run out. So total run out here in this case, it jumps from 0 to 2 microns. So we have 2 microns of total run out, and this is very, very good. So we keep it like this. We always recommend to set your run out as good as possible, but it should definitely be below 5 microns. So in here on the RX Medium, you can do your run out on the shank. You can see 2 little marks here on the shank. Just position your indicator between those marks. And the next steps are equal to the one that we did on the RX Small. So basically you're checking for total run out. In this case, we have about 47 microns. So we do the same deal here. We pick one screw, align it with your indicator, 0. Then we turn it 180 degrees, and we see here we have 42 microns of run out. So in this case, we need to push the tool half the value towards the center. So in this case, it's around 21 microns. I'm inserting my key and turning the screw until I reached 21. So now let's check it. Let's turn it 180 degrees and we should have 21 as well. We got 21, 22. So that means I can zero again my tool, and I know this is the absolute 0. So let's check the other side. So we turn the tool now 90 degrees and check on both sides again. So here we have -13. That should be on the other side +13, and this is it. So basically we're bringing these as well to 0 by just tightening this screw. 3, 2, 1, 0. So now we can check for total run out. And total run out is still 4 microns. So something changed a little bit, which is absolutely normal. So let's check it again. We have +2 here, -2 here. So let's correct a little bit. So we have 0 here now. And as you can see, there is still one side a little bit off. So let's correct this one as well. again to 0. So, and now let's check the complete run out. It jumps from 1 to -2 more or less. So that's like 3 microns. Perfect, you're good to go. So, and next up is the bigger diameter of RX medium, the RX KG. And I'm going to show you what you have to do first. And this is pre-torque. Especially on the bigger sizes, we have 2 torque values. You can find those values, of course, in our Urma SMAG app. Take your torque wrench, set it to the right torque, torque it, and put it into the machine. They usually have an integrated compensation device, which are those 4 screws in here. And how does it work? More or less the same deal as on the medium. As you have seen previous, we made the pre-torque. So now we are in the machine and we put on our indicator right here. So, and let's see how the run out is. So you can see the run out is pretty big. We're talking about +200, -100. So it's like 300 microns, which is huge. But this is pretty normal here. So all 4 screws are loose. And now you do the same thing. You align a screw with your indicator. You're pressing 0 and you're checking the other side. So here we have +270. So we need to correct half of it, which is around 135. Okay, 134. We go on the other side and we have 146, which is okay. So, because here in this system, I really like to go with the first screw a little bit more, then I can really tight the other one snug and make the system very stable. So I'm tightening this one as well a little bit. So now we have 139-ish. And here we are 141. So that's okay for the first step. So let's do the other side. Well, 0 the whole thing, that makes it a little easier. So here we have 95 plus, and here we have 90, around 90 minus, okay? So we have to go approximately to 0. Let's go. 10, 9, okay. So we are now like playing 0 plus 1 microns. Let's check the other side. The other side we have +4, +5. So we are a little bit tightening this one. +5, 1, still the same. So let's do it a little bit more. So now we got 3. And here we got 3. Okay, let's check on the other side. 3 and 3. So let's put 0 in and let's check it. So we have a total run out. It goes from 0 to 3 microns. So you're all set. And the next step is final torque. So set your torque wrench to the final torque. And that's it. Now we go back into the machine, check if the run out is still okay, and then we're good to go. If you did a good job before, you should be around that value that you had before the final torque. But let's check it out. Okay, so 0 aligned with the screw. Let's turn it 180 degrees, check the other side. -3 microns. Check this side, -2. Check this one, 0, -1. So which brings us to a total run out from 0 to -3, which is 3 microns. That's below 5. That's pretty good. I would leave it like this. And there is another thing I need to tell you. It is very important that you're not forcing the screws from both sides and ending up with a huge tension on the tool. If you have to correct a lot, please always make sure to loose the screw on the other side that the insert holder can move. If you respect that, it's very, very easy. Piece of cake. So, and next, that's the most challenging tool setup that we have. We call this module flange, and we use it on special tools. In this case, we have a special tools with ceramic guide pads, and we want to align the tool not only in run out, but also in tilting. We want to make sure that it's perfectly straight. And I'm going to show you how to set this tool up. First, we have assembled the tool onto the holder, and we pre-tightened a little bit the tightening screws, okay? So second, what we do is the same deal as on the others. We check for total run out just to see where we are. So that's minus 13 plus 100 and something. So that's like 120 microns total run out. So next step is, again, we focus on one screw with our indicator and we zero. Then we go on the other side, and here we can see we have minus 110. To make it easier, I zero this one and go here again, so it's again 110, but it's positive. So let's correct this by half the value, means about 55. Also here the screws are loose before we begin, and now we start to bring it there. So now we are at 105, 92, okay, 57. Let's turn it 180 degrees. Let's check 51. Okay, 8 microns. We leave it for now. Let's do the other side. So we turn it 90 degrees, check again. The screw in the front, the screw in the back. So here we have plus 82, and here we have plus 30. Okay? Here we have 82, so that's 50. Half of it is 25, means 80 minus 25 is like 55. So let's go there. 60, 56, 56, 56, 54, 55, yeah, 55. Let's zero everything. We have 0 here, and we have plus 2 here. So that sounds pretty good to me. Let's leave it like this. Here we have plus 10, and here we have minus 9, okay? So means the tool has to come to this side. So I'm gonna see if this is the screw that I tightened before. Yes, it is. So I'm gonna lose it up a little bit. Minus 7. Here it should be plus 7, 8, yeah. So, and I'm gonna tighten this one to 0, and then we should pretty much be there. 2 microns. Oh, I overdone it. We are at minus 3, and here we are at plus 3. So you can, a little bit, you can over tighten them, but don't go too crazy. So that's 1 micron, 0 to 1, and here we have 0. Perfect. So let's check here again. Minus 15, and here it should be plus 15, plus 17. So this is still too much to correct just by pushing. So we lose again the back side a little bit, and then we go to 0. So we are at 16, 15, 16 microns. 3, 2. I don't want to overdo it again, so let's leave it like this. Plus 2, minus 1, so we can do a little bit more. So it's plus 1, 0. Let's check the other side. Minus 2, plus 2, plus 1. Let's give it a little bit again. So here We have 0, so let's check the total run out. It's 2 microns, I would say, which is perfect. Okay, so now it comes the second part. The second part is the tilting. So we want to move down to the top of the tool. In this case, we have mounted a run-out indicating disc, which makes the job a lot easier. Otherwise, you can put your indicator on the taper of your interface. So let's see how we do. Okay, now you can't see that, but here on the top we have 4 screws that allow the tool to tilt. So we are aligning now the top screw to the indicator, okay? 0. Let's turn 180 degrees. 21. 0. So the big question is now, which screw do you have to tight? And it's pretty easy to check. If you just push your tool a little bit, you can see your indicator changing. So if I would tight this screw here, it would go negative, okay? If I would tight this one, it would go negative here. So this is what we want, because here we have plus 20 and here we have 0. So what we're doing now is we are tightening up that screw again by half of the value. So here we have 20, so means we want to go to 10. Okay, we tight, we tight, we tight, we tight. Goes to 16, 14, 12, little bit, 10. Okay, 10 microns here on that screw. Let's turn it 180 degrees. Here we go, 10. So let's 0 up. Now everything is 0. Let's check the other side. Turn the tool 90 degrees. And here we have -3. And on the other side we should have +3. +4, which is absolutely okay. So we want to go to 0. I check again by pushing on the tool if I'm on the right side. And then I start tightening this screw here. So, and we have to go to 0. So 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, okay. Let's go on the other side. 0. So let's check totally what we have. Yeah, it's about 2 microns, I would say. That's pretty good. So the final step basically is you tight up your screws here, full tight, and recheck if everything is okay. So tight, do it across. This one here, tight, tight, and the last one, tight. Okay, let's see if something changed. Usually it should not. We have 0 to 2, so 2 microns, perfect. Let's see if the flange is still okay. The module flange here. Let's go up here, set again, 0. Let's check if something changed here. So we're going from 0, well, -1 to approximately -4, which is 3 microns. So I would really leave it like this. I mean, 2 would be better, but honestly, a micron is almost nothing. So I would leave it like this, and this is how you set up the tool with the module flange here. And if you can do this, by the way, you're a real hero. And the other thing I want to tell you is it is very crucial to do that precisely and so on, because if you have done it once perfectly with the Urma RX tools, it's just a matter of changing the insert. So you don't have to do that every single time you're changing an insert. You check it, of course, once in a while just to be sure, but you don't have to readjust it. And yeah, that was it for today, guys. I hope you like it. Let us know if you wish more content, and see you soon. I'm Gianni.